Dave, man. Yo, this dude Dave something else, man. I tell you what. Hey, yo. Hey, I was just jumping up my excuses. I was like, yo, I don't know where Dave at. Here Dave come 5 seconds before the intro end. Dave come through and sit down, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I've been here the entire
time. You was on time. You was on time.
I don't know. Listen, man. When you got two kids, listen, Tuesday, I prefer Tuesday as a date. My camera all jacked up, but it's fine. I prefer Tuesday as a date for a multitude of reasons. You know, when my daughter out here trying to volunteer at this library, man, and sometimes I don't get into the crib till 7:45. And I didn't have time to set the cameras up before I got here. So, you know. But nah, man, I'm here.
I was just trying. I was trying to come up with an excuse.
You ain't gotta come with no excuses. I'll be here.
No, I did.
I'll be here.
You made it.
I was here at 7:55. I was just trying to get these cameras right. My camera's acting kind of flaky. Yeah, my camera's acting kind of flaky, but I'm not fashionably late. I'm on time. It's like look at my shirt. Work through me, Lord. And, you know.
Yo, you was.
And the Lord is always. The Lord is always
on time. He's always on time.
Always on time. Always on time.
May not come when you want him, huh, Dave? But he was on time.
May not come when you want him, but he is always on time. Man. I know your pastor said that once or twice, especially if you went to a Black Baptist church.
That's a fact.
You've heard that once or twice. Or thrice.
All right.
Or twice.
All right. So let's go ahead. It's a lot to talk about, man. I just was tagged on some crap that we got to talk about. Shout out
which
to
one? Which part? Because you know, look, man, I'm in a lot of things that I get tagged on.
Shout out to From the Soda. Just tag me on some stuff that we got to talk. We gonna talk about it before we get into it, Dave. How was your weekend? Was all that good? Because we got 279 on click, 279 on click, Dave, and we 550 people away from 20K. We this close. I feel like we're gonna hit it tomorrow. But Dave,
we got to hit it tomorrow, man? For the people. Weekend was good, man. You know what I'm saying? You know the barbershop game. As you can see, I did not get my bi-weekly haircut this week, but it looks like I need to go ahead and make it happen next week. Because it looks like I'm heading to the borough next week. I'm heading to the borough. A lot of things going on in the borough next week. So I guess, you know, when there's one thing going on, that ain't good enough reason. But when there's two or three, there's enough of a reason. So I'm heading to the borough. And when the flights are under $300, I can head to the borough next week. Yeah, I gotta go to the borough next week. So I'm heading to the borough next week. But the weekend was good, man. You know, caught some NCAA action. Y'all brackets exploded over the weekend.
Trash.
I saw.
Bracket trash. My shit was done like after the first like first or second game. My shit was trash.
Nah, I was sitting good till Sunday. I was sitting pretty good till Sunday. Then Michigan State decided to be Michigan State. Tom Izzo. I forgot who Tom Izzo was temporarily. I'm sorry, Tom Izzo. I apologize. I almost picked you over Marquette, but I did not, and I apologize. I will not do that ever again. Shame on me, you know. But yeah, man. I was right about Purdue not surviving the weekend. I was right about Kansas not surviving the weekend.
Trash. All of them trash. All the blue bloods are trash. Duke trash. All of them trash.
I was wrong about Duke. I had Duke going pretty far.
They were hot. Mike Mitchell went down. That killed him.
Yeah. Thing is, man, I got Houston winning the whole thing. That ain't looking too good right now, sir. Alabama gonna mess around and win the whole thing, bro.
That would be funny.
Braxton Miller and all. That man about to win that whole thing, which is kind of wild to think about. But
all right, let's get a super chat. Lamb 1083 says, if we get Young, should we be worried? I get that he's a generational talent, but his size concerns me. Pause. Yes, you hit the pause correctly. Yeah, I mean, I'm concerned about his size too. I mean, I think
if we get at 205 though,
man, that's water weight, bro. That dude is not a legit 205. There's no way he's a legit 205. He's not. That dude went into
Bro,
he went
than
and got
80.
some MMA training or whatever they do to box and put on that water weight. No chance that dude is 205 legit. He got time to put it on before the season starts, but there's no way he's a legit 205. I don't believe it one bit. But yeah, I'm concerned. And he said he's my size. If I get touched by NFL defensive lineman, pause, I'll be dead. Yes, you are. Yes, you would be. You would absolutely be destroyed. And I think that it's valid, bro. I mean, it's valid. It's valid concerns. Obviously, the coaching staff and Reich and those guys don't seem to be too concerned about it from their words. But it's a lot of BS going on, bro. It's a lot of bull crap happening and being said in these streets. I just want this draft to be over with because I'm sick of it. Dave, I gotta be honest. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing CJ Stroud.
Why are you sick of it? Dog.
I want to get the quarterback and be done with it, bro.
No, Rashad. No, we're not doing this. No, we're not doing this. I'm not going to allow you to do this. Look, we've been doing this. We started this show April of 2017. We started this show in April of 2017. We are put right before that draft. And let me tell you guys something. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. The draft is the draft. We do this every year. We debate who we get. We figure out what we want. We debate who's the guy. And now I've been sick of it for a very, very long time. And now we've reached to the point where we have a season where we go into our next season that we have the number 1 overall pick. And my guy Rashad has finally said that he's sick of it.
I am sick and tired.
My man has reached the point where he is now sick of it.
I'm sick of it, bro.
I picked these guys. I think I've only missed once on a player. Never wrong on the position. And he's sick of it. Like, he's sick of it. And it's a safe bet I'm not going to miss on a position this year because it's obviously what we're going to go with. But
I am sick of it.
Yo, Rashad is sick of this shit. Like, and it's hilarious to watch Rashad reach to the point that I've been sitting at for years.
Bro, I'm sick and tired of quarterbacks.
But I love it because now it's like we're the number 1 overall pick. We know we're going to take a quarterback, and now we're just going to watch. We're going to watch the national media just sit here and flounder and act like they actually watch what the hell we do.
No, but all right, yeah, you're right. But now you got guys like Thomas Davis coming out saying certain things, which we'll talk about. I'm gonna show you. I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of.
No, I'm not sick of Thomas Davis doing anything. I want to interview Thomas. I want to interview Thomas Davis. No, I'm not sick of Thomas Davis.
It's not about Thomas Davis, the person. I'm talking about all the smoke screen and posturing that's happening right now. I'm just getting sick of it. I want to just get the pick over with. Just give me the quarterback and let's move on. No, nobody know. You got local media saying one thing. You got now Thomas Davis went on national TV saying something. You got everybody's guessing. I'm just sick and tired of us just nobody knowing what's going on. And I get it. They're trying to posture. They're putting stuff out there. But I am tired of hearing it. I'm tired of it. Because Frank Reich will say one thing, but then it'll be a bunch of other stuff that happens and he'll counter. Bro, his first introductory press conference, he was like, he wants a big quarterback that can run. That ain't Bryce Young. But then he comes out in his next press conference and screams everything I like about Bryce Young. Bro, they're all posturing. They know who they want at the end of the day. These dudes know who the hell they want. It's between a couple of guys. They know it, and they just leaving it to the entire freaking Twitterverse and everybody else to figure it out and play like we know what the hell is going on. I am sick of it. All right, real quick. Bro, Corey says, preach a super chat, bro. He says, bro, I think it's Stroud, but I'm okay with either one. But Stroud is my pick. We got the O-line for it. I love the show. Keep pounding. Love you too, Corey. But so everybody, here's the thing. Everybody is like, okay, I like Stroud or I like Young. But what about this guy? What about this dude right here? What about this dude at number 1 overall? Because that's what everybody's saying today. Everybody right now is saying AR. If you read Sheena Quick's tweet, what did it say, Dave? Nobody knows 100% sure. But especially in March. private workouts have been scheduled for Stroud, Richardson. And Richardson folks has been told to look for condos. What, bro? What? Bro, what?
Rashad.
Private workouts have been scheduled for Stroud. Richardson folks have been told to look for condos, and Young has been mocked number 1 overall since last season, and it's only March. Bro, what? Condos?
We got a month. We got a month left. We got 4 weeks. We got a month left.
Bro, condos, fam?
We got a month left. What you expect?
Bro, okay, I get the private workouts. I get Young being mocked to number 1 overall because that's true. But Richardson folks looking for condos? Bro, what?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
This is what they do. Like, this is what they do. This is the 1 overall pick. This isn't gone are the days where you absolutely know who's going number 1 overall. Because now it's about posturing. It's about moving and grooving. It's about trying to figure out, about trying to play chicken. It's about trying to figure out who's who in the zoo. Everybody's going to try to figure out what's what. Because you never know what Carolina's going to do. This ain't like the year when San Fran traded up to 3. Because we knew that it was gonna be Trevor and Zach Wilson. It's not about the debate about what's gonna happen at 3. Like, it's not the same. It is for San Fran, right? Because it was a debate whether it was gonna be Trey Lance, Mac Jones, blah blah blah. It's not. So now we're sitting where San Fran was at 3, but now it's the debate. Everybody's gonna try to figure out what's what. Everybody's trying to figure out what's what. That's why Carolina's trying to keep these options open. When the reality is nobody's buying it, and Scott Fitterer knows nobody's buying it. Scott Fitterer said he ain't got no offers for the number 1 overall pick.
So okay,
I'm not buying them.
That's okay, Dave. If that is said, then why is this happening, Dave? Let's listen to this real quick. Let me know if you can hear this.
I think he'll be a great fit in this organization.
Yep.
You look at Bryce Young, you look at his resume. The kid was a Heisman Trophy winner last year for a reason. And then when you put guys around him like Alabama has, he played in the SEC, the highest level of competition in football, in college football. I just think that he's going to come in and he would fit well in Carolina if they were going to draft him. But like you said, DJ, I don't think that he's going to be their pick. I think it's going to be a very, very surprising pick in Carolina.
Whoa.
But, I mean, I will say this. If this pick happens that who I think that they are in love with, I'm not a fan of it.
Okay, so hold on. You can't do that. You have to spill the beans here.
I just know that there are a couple of guys upstairs that are enamored by the physical ability of Anthony Richardson. I'll just say
wow. 1 overall.
Bro, what?
I'll have some fun.
Well,
last time they took a quarterback 1 overall, it was Cam. So, like, right?
I mean, he's not Cam Newton.
Quarterback. No.
He's not Cam Newton. We watched this kid play a lot. Just me being an SEC guy, he has all the physical characteristics of being a really good quarterback in the NFL, but I don't think that he's going to be that great player that the Carolina Panthers need to take them to the next level. When you look at Bryce Young, what he brings to the table, he's a proven winner. When you look at C.J. Stroud, what he brings to the table, this kid has proven he can win football games. Anthony Richardson, on the other hand, Will Levis, on the other hand, those guys have been in programs that could potentially be good, but they just haven't been. And the reason, to me, has been the quarterback position.
I know.
Bro, what? What purpose does this serve, Dave?
If you want your guy, you want your guy.
So you're saying, so you agree that AR-15 is the guy?
No.
So what?
And obviously,
why?
But the thing look, man, listen. You listen to the same press conferences that I did. You live streamed it yesterday. You listened to the same press conferences that I did yesterday, bro. They're trying their best to get that perception that Bryce Young can still be an option. But it's obvious that Frank Reich is probably somebody in that room is attracted to the upside of Anthony Richardson, bro. I stand by that he's got the best, but I stand by he's got the best. He's got the highest upside in the draft.
We know that upside, but that's not what they're looking for, bro. They want and need somebody that can play right now. They're gonna whoever they pick is going to play week no later than week 4, bro, he's gonna be the starting quarterback, bro. They talked about it. Fitterer said that we want the guy to go out there and we want him to play. Like we want to be able to drop a guy in. That's what they've been saying. So but what? I don't understand the point. What's the point of? They really believe this. They have to really believe this. Thomas Davis will not go on national TV and say that they like Anthony Richardson. Some guys upstairs like Anthony Richardson for posturing purposes. They wouldn't do that. That didn't serve any purpose. So I'm trying to understand if they like a guy, what the hell is going on? I'm not doing it. I'm not falling for it. You won't get me high jokes on you. I'm not falling for it. Stroud or Young.
What if? Wait, stop right there.
Stroud. I'm not falling for it. It's cap.
Hold your horses. Hold your horses, young fella. What if they don't know yet? What if they're still trying to figure that out? What if they're legitimately still trying to evaluate who the top guy is? They have a whole month, bro.
Yeah, you don't trade up to number 1 with at least picking between a couple of guys. You gotta know that you're gonna pick.
A couple of guys can be 3.
That.
A couple of guys can be 3 guys. A couple of guys can be 4.
A couple is 2. Let's not play the country. Dave, this is South Carolina math.
No, let's not do that.
Dave, don't pull no South Carolina math on me. A couple is 2.
That's not South Carolina math. That's anybody's math. A
Dave,
couple is 3.
South Carolina math you trying to talk. No, that's a few. A couple is 2. Dave, come on now.
Couple could be 3.
They gotta be. It's Stroud or Young. Okay, that's what it is.
You out here.
This is cap, bro.
Yo, man.
This is cap.
Now I gotta tell you what a definition is.
It's 2. All right, let me hit these super chats real quick. I gotta add. I bet the Panthers love the media throwing all these possible first round picks. We acquired the first to avoid being in this situation. ALS, you are exactly right. I 1,000% agree with you. That you spot on with the super chat. Albert Breer just reported that teams teams are in Ohio right now. There's a team sitting at number 2. At the number 2, Raiders and Colts are there. Okay, so the Texans are there. So they're all there. And they should be, because anything could happen. Corey says this may be why we got Andy Dalton for a couple of years. He can be that. No. You got Andy Dalton because he's a good teacher. He's a vet. He's been around the league. This is cap.
Rashad would lose his. Let me tell you something, bro.
This is cap, bro.
Andy Dalton to start week 1. Rashad would lose his mind.
Well, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if he started week 1. I'm talking about like the full season. Like I want by at least week 5, I want my number 1 overall pick playing. Hey, let's not do this, AJ. Relax. No screw TD. Relax with that. Watch Cam Sale passes over wide receivers for too long to watch us pass on a guy like CJ. We need an actual accurate QB, not an RB playing like a QB. No AR-15, please. I agree with everything except for the first. After the first sentence, you can't disrespect TD like that, bro. Yeah, you can't disrespect TD like that. We can't do that. Appreciate the super chat though. Appreciate the super chat.
You're right. All right, I will take back what I said. A couple does mean
of course. Yeah, that's you on some South Carolina math, B.
Nah, because you know it's funny. When I looked at what a couple stands for, it's focused on relationships. So yep, couple means 2. All right. Either way. So fine.
I would lose my shit.
Maybe if Scott Fitterer doesn't know what a couple, maybe Scott Fitterer doesn't know what a couple means. Because you know Scott Fitterer, you can tell when he be hesitating, when he don't be. You can tell when he doesn't want to give the straight answer. But he did keep it a buck. Shout out to him, by the way, for saying that. That was hilarious. But nah, I just. It could be a situation where it's they're still trying to evaluate all these guys, man.
I agree. They're in the evaluation process, but bro, when you trade up, you got a guy in mind.
But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. When you trade up to number 1, you can evaluate everybody and make sure you got the right guy. So there's nothing wrong with that.
But we gotta stop the cap.
But you can do a private workout for Stroud. You can tell Richardson's family to go ahead and get this condo popping for Charlotte.
You can't. If you evaluate, you don't tell somebody to go look at condos, B. We're not doing that. And I'm not. I'm just so sick of Richardson, Levis. I can listen to debate.
At least Levis
Stroud
wasn't up
versus
here.
Young. I can listen to debate between Stroud and Young. I can listen to that debate. But when we start adding these other names in at number 1 overall, no sir. No sir. I can't. I'm not. I'm tired of it.
You're not.
Just
You're
get
not
me the guy. I just want
negotiable.
to. I want to put in the order. I want to put in the order on draft night for my number 7 or my number 9, maybe number 9 jersey. I don't know if Corral gonna give that up, but my number 7 jersey, I want to be able to put in the order on draft night and be done with this, man. I'm sick. I am so sick of hearing people debate. Oh, his size. Pause. This dude, he can't read. He can't handle the pressure. Shut the hell up, please. Just get me a guy. You can nitpick these dudes, man. Each one of these dudes is gonna have their flaws. Let the coaches coach them. One of these 2 guys is gonna be our guy, and we're gonna be happy about it. And they're gonna be good quarterbacks. All these other guys, just chill out, man. I'm sick of it, bro. My bad, man. I had to get out my chest. My bad.
Rashad said he's had enough of the nonsense, yo.
Landon says AR could have fell to 9. It doesn't make sense to trade to 1 to pick him. I think it's CJ.
But it's not. But you got Landon. You're not looking at it that way, bro. It's about the fact that they're trying to evaluate all these guys. They don't want to have to be forced to take the guy that's left. They want to take their guy. It's kind of like if you have the number 1 overall pick in the draft, right? And if it's a fantasy draft and you want a certain guy and you don't give a damn if that guy is probably somebody you probably should have took later, but you don't have the later pick. You have the first pick, but you get to take whatever the hell you want. So you take that guy. Same concept here. They're going to do their evaluations and take the guy they feel is the one they want. And they don't have to worry about all that. Because they're going to take the guy that's on the top of their board, not the top of our board, not on top of your board, not on top of Christian's board. And appreciate the super chat, man. Not on top of anybody else's board. What's on top of their board? And if the top of their board says Anthony Richardson, we don't have to agree.
And
if that's what they think,
I'm flipping tables.
You're gonna flip your tables. I know you are.
Flipping tables. All right, so Christian says Texans aren't in Ohio right now, per Albert Breer. My bad, I read the super chat wrong, the first one. So Christian, appreciate the super chat. He says the Texans are not in Ohio right now, per Albert Breer. So what does that mean? So here we go. Here's some more. Everybody trying to read the tea leaves. That's see what I'm saying? Now everybody, see, here we go. Bro, let's just get it over with. Appreciate you. Noli says D'Amico and Casario are not attending tomorrow. My bad. So the Texans are not in.
So they don't want CJ Stroud? Or that could be a smoke screen. Maybe they already made a decision. Maybe they know that Carolina's taking them. Maybe we don't know. See, this is what we're doing. It's like a hodgepodge. I got all these fighting games behind me. Why don't we just pick random select? I can just turn around and I'll just pick a random guy on Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'll just pick Sentinel and Trayvon or some shit and just be done with it.
All right, let's get this over with. I'm done talking about these quarterbacks for now. Jumpman says finesse Houston to give us a 3rd pick for Young. I mean, man, bro,
3rd round pick.
I don't know. It just says 3rd pick. I don't know.
Must be a 3rd round pick.
But just take the quarterback and be done with it, man. Chris Mack says if it gets to April and the draft comes and they pick Richardson, I'm gonna use it. I'm with Rashad. Yeah, we might have to march on Mint for real if that happens. Bryce Young jerseys not so.
Look, man, this is why we can't invite AJ to the cookout. AJ out here bugging. AJ, man, you cannot do this.
AJ, come on, bro.
AJ.
Yo, that's
AJ.
funny, dog.
AJ.
Yo, he said Bryce Young jerseys only sold in medium to extra small, excuse me. Yo, that is funny. AJ. That's funny, dog. That is funny. AJ with the tweet of the super chat of the night. That's funny. Young is too short. AR-15 athletic ability makes sense. All right, bro. Stroud is my guy. I've been since day one since we've been talking about the draft, Stroud has been the guy I wanted. That's who I'm rolling with. And Cash says, if we take AR-15 at number 1, then I'm going to need a new laptop, TV, and going to have to replace my Windows. We better pick CJ or Bryce. Yo, that's funny, man. That's funny. All right, let's move on because I'm sick of this conversation. We're gonna move on to the next topic. We got almost 700 people in the chat. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're about 550 people away. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. All right, let's move on. I already did that. All right, Dave, real quick, another rumor. D-Hop. So D-Hop, Ian Rappaport says the status of Arizona Cardinals star wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins comes into focus. Talks are ramping up amongst the interested team, sources say. Similar to Brandon Cooks, a trade would likely mean an altered contract. So, Dave, what they're saying is a lot of teams ain't got the cap, so they're going to have to rework the contract, which is what Brandon Cooks did. Brandon Cooks reworked his contract after the trade. I think what did the Cowboys give up to get Cooks? Not too much. It wasn't much at all.
Like a fifth and a sixth round pick. It was nothing.
Yeah, it was. Fifth round, I think D-Hop can. Yeah, I think D-Hop can be had for cheap because of the contract. I don't think they have a lot of leverage.
You remember his injury history,
right? If you remember what they got him for, they didn't pay much to get him. The Cardinals, they didn't give up a big bag to get him. I forgot what it was initially, but it wasn't like a first round pick. I think it was like a second or a fourth. Was it a fourth?
It was a fourth,
I can't remember, but it wasn't a lot.
Let me check. Let's see. 4th round pick.
Yeah, a 4th round pick. That's what they got. They spent to get him.
No, they acquired Hopkins and a 2020 4th round pick from the Houston Texans in exchange for David Johnson, a 2020 2nd round pick, and a 2021 4th round pick.
So second and a 4th.
Yeah.
I would do it in a heartbeat. Give it up. I like you. To me, I'm not settled. I'm not settled with our current wide receiver core. I know we're in talks with Chark. He's still in discussions. I like Chark. I don't think he's not a D-Hop. Give me D-Hop.
Do you need a D-Hop?
Yes. When you have a rookie quarterback, you give him every weapon necessary to be successful. Yes.
Even if that rookie quarterback is AR-15?
That rookie quarterback will not be AR-15. I'm not going to let you put that energy into the sky. It's going to be CJ Stroud or it's going to be Bryce Young. And those two quarterbacks would need a elite receiving option in D-Hop. So, yes. Do it.
Oh, man, I'm dying.
Do it. Send it. Whatever. Give it up. Get D-Hop into the Carolinas. Bring him back to the Carolinas, man. I would do it. I would do it.
Yeah. I think the biggest concern I have with DeAndre Hopkins, I guess, because of his age, there's a lot of maintenance involved nowadays. I don't know if you've been reading up about him and his maintenance when it comes to him, like practices and things of that sort. And the fact that he had struggles to just even do enough to play.
Put it in the contract. Give him an incentive deal.
I'm just saying.
Make it work. Let's see. Felix Graham says, do you really think TD will put his name out there like that? I'm hoping to see our A&T graduation for my nephew. Can we get OBJ for 6 or less? That is a no. We are not getting OBJ for that cheap.
For one,
that's not happening.
We're not going to get OBJ for $6 million or less, and I am not going near that A&T graduation this year. Morris Chestnut is speaking at the graduation.
It's going to be too many women.
It is hell.
Yeah,
too many. There's going to be a lot of girls there. There's going to be a lot of ladies there. Don't get me wrong. So if you single, bro, that's the place to be.
They ain't going to be focused on you,
man. Huh?
They ain't going to be focused on you.
They're not going to be focused on you at all. But like, if you single, that is optimal. You know, you could be on the prowl if you like, but it's gonna be too crowded for my taste, man. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be there either. Let's see. So can we get OBJ
Not my
for?
year.
That's not happening. That's not happening. All right. Railroad Man says thanks for the quick DM response today about camp. Yeah, anytime. Hit me up. All right. Appreciate that super chat. All right. So that's D-Hop. So the pinned comment. Check the pinned comment to vote. We are going to grade these free agent picks just like we did last time. So just a couple of hours ago, news broke that we re-signed Henry Anderson for a 1-year deal. 1-year deal, which is very solid. I like that. I actually like this deal. I think Henry Anderson was a solid player. As you can see reflected by his grades. I mean, he was decent. I think he would be the highest graded defensive end outside of Derek Brown.
Excuse me.
He would be the highest graded defensive tackle we had. Or defensive lineman, that we had. But I like this guy as a rotational guy. Again, he's suited. His body type is suited for 3-4 defensive end. So I like it. I'm with it. So any thoughts on this one, Dave? Henry Anderson?
Yo, man, I love the pickup. I'm glad we were able to re-sign him. This was a great pickup for us. I think he played really well for us. Yeah, like I agree with you. He definitely could be an end in the 3-4. I'm gonna give. We don't have the details of the signing yet, right?
No, not yet. So again, check that pinned comment. Hit that link. Get you another device or something to vote. The details are not out. It's a 1-year deal. That's what I do know. A 1-year deal. I do not know the amount of money. It can't be that much. I will continue to keep looking. But yeah, it's not going to be a groundbreaking deal. It's going to be a decent vet minimum probably deal. D Money says, I guess one way to counter the fact that our number one wide receiver runs a 4.8 40 is to draft a run first QB. Well, yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it. Shout out to D Money for the super chat. Appreciate you.
One thing you're gonna learn about you be listen, I know where you're getting at when you talk about that 4.8 40 wide receiver, but let me tell you something, bro. Route running trumps all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know.
If you can run routes, buddy, that 4.8 is gonna do more than enough.
Yeah, Terrace Marshall, in fact, everybody keeps talking about we need somebody to stretch the field. Bro, Terrace Marshall can stretch the field. He runs a 4.3. And I know it's in t-shirts and shorts, but the dude can run. Thielen, don't really care about his speed. Not concerned.
Because he can run routes.
Not concerned. Yep, not concerned at all.
I know y'all be hating on Thielen for other reasons, but it's okay, bro. That man can run routes. And if you want to keep it a buck, y'all should go look at his numbers last season versus Thielen's and DJ Moore's last season. You might be surprised. They're closer than you think.
All right, I'm going to close this poll. I'm going to close this one for the first one. Stay tuned. We're going to have more to vote. People gave it a B. I agree with that. Yeah, I think it's a solid B.
I gave it a B. I voted a B.
Yeah, a C. I get the C's too. I mean, I get it. But yeah, I'm rolling with the solid B for Henry Anderson. Again, we need that beef pause on that defensive line. So I'm all for it. And I don't think we're going to be done. I do think we sign another defensive lineman, or draft another defensive lineman to get some youth in there. Because if you think about it, Henry Anderson's on a 1-year deal, and then the DeSean Williams that we also signed is on a 1-year deal. So they're going to need to get some youth in there. So I think we're definitely going to target a defensive lineman in the draft in the upcoming draft.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's going to happen. All right, Justin McCray. So Justin McCray was a rotational swing offensive lineman, can play center, guard, and tackle. He has a link to James Campen. So Campen was like, yeah, give me a guy that I've coached before, kind of knows what I expect. And I think that's what we got in McCray. Could be a camp body, depending on what we do in the draft. He not too much. I mean, you look at the PFF grades, is mid. So I'm not really looking at this guy he's a backup offensive lineman. Go ahead.
Can I make a confession?
Sure. You don't know who he is? You didn't even know we signed him?
I know who. I did not know we signed him. I've heard of him. Did not know we signed him. Didn't know we signed him until this slot showed up. And then I have a question for you, Rashad.
Yes, sir.
Why did we sign him?
Because I think the only reason we signed this guy is because I think he has a relationship with Camping. I think that's the biggest thing. I think that because people keep talking about our offensive line depth and our guards, bro. People forget about Deontay Brown. I'm still on the. I don't care.
No,
and Cade Mays. Cade Mays, yeah, but he's only one. We lost 2 guards, Dave. You need 2 guards. So I was getting there. But Cade Mays, yes. But I also think Deontay Brown, it can be somebody that's still getting right. I think the weight and bro, everything that happened under that other regime doesn't matter anymore. I have not lost. I have not left the Deontay Brown train. I'm still on it, bro. I'm still on the train. So shout out to Mays, though. I think Mays is solid, too.
I like Mays because Mays can play any position on the line. But the other thing, too, because you want to talk about someone that's a swing guy. So as soon as you said he was a swing guy, and I'm like, we already got one of those. And then you can say, all right, maybe this guy's just replacing Eflin. But I'm like, why don't we just draft somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, we could just draft a guy. We could draft somebody late in the draft to replace that.
Well, I would counter that by saying the draft. The free agency sets up the draft, and like I said, he could be just a camp body. So he could just be, you know what I mean, just get out there. But maybe we draft a guy and then he gets cut. I'm surprised we've been spending this much time on him. To be honest with you, go ahead and hit the poll.
You need to hit the polling first.
I hit it.
Yeah, Corbett, that's a good point. Because Corbett is still hurt off the injury. Good point, AJ. Appreciate the super chat too. Corbett is still.
I swear I said that. I swear. Didn't I say that? How come he gets the point? I'm the one that said it. I said we lost 2 guards.
Because he out here giving super chats. You just talking. That's why. And besides, he had a funny joke earlier. So
he did have a funny joke. The Bryce Young jersey. That's funny, yo. That's elite joke. That's an elite joke.
That thing had me in tears.
You need a couple of guards, Dave. That's what I said. Shout out to Cash. Appreciate
he did say that. He did not. He did say that. I ain't giving you no credit, but I do appreciate the super chat though.
No, I think now that means 3. We need 3 guards, so now we need another guard according to your math. South Carolina math.
No, we need few. We need a few guards.
No, don't do few now. No, stick with your couple.
No,
it's a bunch.
It's a bunch. It's a bunch.
No, just say buku or something like that.
How about a double couple? We can do a double couple. A double couple.
Hey, in order for your grade to apply to the screen, you need to click the link in the pinned comment, and then click that link to vote. So we got 67. I'm gonna go ahead and close it because we're spending too much time on this dude.
Yeah, the guys y'all want to vote for is coming up. Yeah, I gave it a D, bro.
Yeah, this is D, C. Yeah, it's definitely not an A
I gave it a D.
But definitely a C or a D.
That A, whoever put that A up there is trolling, but it's okay. It's all right.
Uh-oh. Carson says, breaking news, the Saints signed Jonathan Abram. I like Jonathan Abram, actually. I do like him.
That's a good pickup. If
Saints,
that's true.
Saints still rocking. I believe Carson. Carson's my guy, man. I believe what Carson says.
I believe him, too.
All right.
But y'all be out here verifying me, so I got to make sure.
Yeah, but you be see, you got a history of capping, though. Carson doesn't. Yeah. That's the difference, Dave.
Yeah, per underdog NFL, per Jeremy Fowler.
So that's
a hell of a pickup for the Saints. Hell of a pickup.
The next signing was DeSean Williams. I got him pegged as a starter on that defensive line. He's 1 year, 1.75 million. I had when I posted the welcome to Carolina's video, I had a Broncos fan jump in and say he was trash or mid. And I was looking at the numbers. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. But I feel like with these guys, the defensive ends in a 3-4 is just tough. It's one of those positions where you're not gonna put up a whole bunch of numbers. You're there eating up blocks and letting your linebackers go get it. So I I don't, I'm not gonna kill him too much in the grade category. That defense as a whole was a top 10 defense, so I'm not mad at it, and he contributed to that. I think he's a starter right now, though. The money that might not seem like it, but the way our defensive line set up, he's a starter, bro. I think he's a starter. But yeah, just mid. I'm open up the voting right now.
I like this pickup for a couple of reasons. One, he know Evero's system. I think that's key for me. So that for me boosts the grade up much more than, and he's gonna probably start at this position on the line because of the fact that he knows the position. I think he's gonna have if he doesn't start, that's a bigger dilemma. So we're gonna potentially get a starting guy at a significant low rate. So it's pretty good value from that standpoint. So for me, I actually gave this one a B. So I graded this pickup a B. And guys, please click on the link, man, because I want to get some more votes in. Like now we're getting into some of these players that's going to potentially start for us. So I want to try to get at least to 100 votes for this one. So please, like this, the link is pinned on the chat. Go in there, get your link in. We got almost 700 people watching. And by the way, if you are watching, welcome. A lot of folks that watch us tend to not subscribe to us. So please, before you make your exit, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 20,000. Let's get to 20K before the draft starts.
But yeah, so with Williams last year, he put up 4.5 sacks, 37 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. Again, that's under Evero's system and does reunite with Evero and Dom Capers. He's been decent. I mean, he's not
terrible.
Not the worst signing in the world. I think we can do better for sure. But I think to get the ball rolling on the defense, and again, it's a 1-year deal. This is why between him and Henry Anderson, I think we're gonna look to get much younger in the draft and draft a guy, a defensive lineman. So I definitely see that happening for sure. Let me close this out. Next up,
B.
Yeah, about a B. B is good. B is good. Couple of F's in there. Couple of F's.
Wow.
D, C. Okay. I get it. Paid too much money. I think that's about the vet min right there. That's real close to vet minimum. You got to give him something.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you got a good deal. Oh, boy. That's my guy right here. Got to stay healthy.
So,
though.
Next up, Dave got himself a cock. Pause. Shout out to the Gamecocks. Hey.
Gamecocks.
Go say it, Dave.
Go Gamecocks.
Nah, come on, man. Shout out to Hayden Hurst, man. Hayden Hurst starting.
I'm still trying to get over the fact that they call them lady cocks, but that's a whole different discussion for a different day. Because they're gonna run the table. The lady cocks are absolutely gonna run the table. They're probably gonna go 40-0. I think it is. That's the record they're gonna end up with when it's all said and done.
Yep. So 3 years, 24.7 million. Hayden Hurst, man, solid, very solid tight end. I was watching some film on the guy, man. The dude is super physical. He can get those underneath those third down strong yards that you need right at the first down marker. He's super physical, got really good hands, light on his toes. Man, Hayden Hurst is a very solid tight end. I'm not saying he's like the elite level tight end, but he's definitely a tier above what we already have. And so he's good. He can block. He can definitely catch. So I like Hayden Hurst. I like this pickup, and for what we got him for, I like it. And welcome back to the Carolinas for Hayden Hurst. This is a good pickup. I like it.
I have a question for you. Thoughts?
Yep, I'll open up the vote.
Thoughts on not going after Dalton Schultz?
Is he still out there?
No, he got signed recently. Yeah, he did. He just got signed. Off the top of my head, I can't remember with who, but he
Schultz is I like Schultz. I do like Schultz, but I think they're looking for more of a combo tight end.
Houston picked him up.
Yeah, that's a good pickup for them. But I like Hurst. I'm not mad at it. I'm not gonna nitpick over this one. I'm not gonna say we should have picked up Schultz over Hayden Hurst. I like this pickup. He's definitely a solid tight end for sure. So I'm gonna roll with I like Hayden Hurst, man. Let me see.
Yeah, I gave this one a B. Could have probably given it an A. It's a teeter. B, A. I was in the range. I like the pickup. It's hard for me to give it's hard for me to give a tight end a position an A, only because I haven't seen them actually use a tight end. So it's hard for me to. Yeah, I can't because the thing is, I'm giving it a B because I like Hayden Hurst, but I can't give anything an A until I see them actually use a tight end. So B for me. But I know a lot of folks are gonna be happy about it because we actually they think this is gonna get Ian Thomas out the paint. And I don't know.
No, because Ian Thomas restructured his deal. Restructured his deal, so he's gonna be around, cut some money off. I'm not gonna say restructure because he reworked his deal. And he's got a couple more. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, so I think the game that tight end, unless like something crazy happens with somebody falling, I definitely think we're gonna be sticking with Trimble, Thomas, and Hayden Hurst. And you still got Stephon Sullivan, who played a little bit last year but I think we're probably gonna stand pat with those tight ends. I think that position is pretty much set. Even though this is a deep tight end draft, I think they're gonna be straight.
Would you be okay if we decide to? I got one more question for you. Well, go ahead and say your thought. I won't forget my question.
No, go ahead.
Would you be fine if we decide to have more 2 tight end sets? Like if we draft another tight end to be another pass catching weapon and just roll with more 2 tight end sets, especially if we're trying to be more of an aggressive run first type of offense.
If that's the case, who's out?
I mean, like
considering you just reworked Ian Thomas deal, you just signed Hayden Hurst, Tommy Tremble's on a rookie deal. We're not gonna pull a other guy and keep 4 tight ends. So who's out?
You don't think so? Why wouldn't we?
No, because you're probably gonna keep more receivers, or you're probably gonna keep another running back. I don't think they're not keeping 4 tight ends. That's asinine, bro. That's only reserved for other dudes.
If we do Hurst, Thomas, Trimble, a drafted guy, you telling me they won't reduce their wide receivers down to 5 or 6?
No.
Okay. No, I was just wondering.
Felix says, which wide receiver could you legit see us for us at 39? I think the only option that could potentially, Downs is the only, I think, realistic person. If anybody else falls there, like I would say, if Flowers happens to fall there, I'm snatching them 1,000% at 39. I don't see it happening, but I think that 39, I think Downs is probably the legit. I think Quentin Johnson is going to fall a little bit. I'm not sure if that's the guy. I'm hearing rumbles that his stock is starting to take a little bit of a tumble.
Steve Smith did some work on Quentin Johnson. And I think initially people were saying that he might have been the top wide receiver in the draft, and since folks have been talking it down. Oh, well, Tank Dell, but is Tank Dell worth a second rounder?
Tank Dell, I believe Tank is probably going to go either late in the second or third. I think you can get him later.
Okay. Who's next up?
All right, next up, I was just going to say before we get into Miles Sanders, I was going to say that Hayden Hurst goes back to Baltimore with Bradley Bozeman. They were on that team together. So that's good that, that tough, Baltimore is tough, man. Them dudes is tough up there. Nice run, strong run game. Hopefully we bring that same energy. Speaking of run game, Miles Sanders, We signed Miles Sanders for what I consider a steal. 4-year, $25.4 million deal, equates out to about $6 million per year. This was a fantastic signing. I like Miles Sanders. I think that he is going to give us that Jonathan Taylor-esque type running back. I'm disappointed that we missed out on Foreman. I love Foreman. Ended up going to the Bears, but I think Miles is going to give us some juice. He's a 3-down back that I like. I think 1,000-yard back last year. So I like Sanders. And again, this is what you're supposed to pay for running backs. $6 million. If you consider this contract, I love this signing. And shout out to the guys for getting this done. Dave, what's your thoughts on Miles Sanders?
Oh, I love this signing. Considering the contract, I love this signing, man. Love this signing. Big time. Yeah, man. This is a good one, to say the least. I'm intrigued to know whether or not, do you think he's going to be able to take the whole load, though? That's the question of the day. I don't think he can, but
I mean, he shouldn't need to. He shouldn't need to.
He absolutely should not need to, for sure. But it's just a thought about whether or not folks think he can legitimately take the whole load. But just a thought, because I brought that up recently on whether or not he can take the load. But it's let me put my vote in real quick. Yeah, I love this.
Sanders he's only 25 years old. So you got him in his prime, bro. He's still got at least a good 5 years. He signed a 4-year deal. So you got him throughout his prime. He's probably going to sign one more contract, which is smart by his agent, to get that final contract when he's 29 years old. And then he's probably going to get one more contract after that. But he ran for 1,269 yards last year, 11 touchdowns. The dude, I think he's a solid guy. And I think he was misused by the Eagles. I remember watching the Super Bowl, like, when is this dude going to touch the football? They didn't really give it to him like that. He also did catch 50 passes, and he had 509 yards and 3 touchdowns his rookie year. And that's when he was coached by, you guessed it, Deuce Staley and them. So connection there. There's a connection to the Panthers there, and I like it. This is a good pickup. I like Miles Sanders a lot. I think he can really do a lot.
No, I like Miles Sanders, man. I'm curious to see if they're gonna have to pick. Do you think he's gonna? I'm assuming you're gonna think they're gonna pick up another running back. Or you think they're just gonna do a dual threat with Hubbard?
Nah, Chuba, and then people keep talking about don't sleep on Blackshear. I think people really like Blackshear as well. So I think between Blackshear, Chuba, and Miles Sanders, I think you got a 3-headed. I just don't think they had that power guy, and that's what I loved about Foreman. Who's going to get you that tough 1 yard? I don't know that Sanders or Chuba can get you that, which is why I think we probably should go get. And this running back class is pretty deep. I think you can go get a bigger style running back. I don't know. I just really like having that option of, Sanders ain't too light either. He's 212 pounds, so that's not terribly light by any means. But I just wish we had that 6'1", 230, 40-pound back like we had in Foreman, and we ain't got that no more. And I'm gonna hate that. So yeah, that's Foreman where did Foreman? They saying AR-15 gonna get the tough yards, man. Y'all gotta stop, man. Please. You starting to trigger me, please.
Yo, Rashad.
So KB says I took away. I felt like KB might actually know something and has went as he went on, he lost his train of thought while focusing on to protect what he knows. Yes, I agree with you, KB. He definitely knows. He was trying to hold back. He did. I don't even think he wanted to say Anthony Richardson's name, to be honest with you. He just kept going. But as we can see, Anthony Richardson has worked his way back into our conversations, and I'm about to get triggered. So let's move on. Let's move on, please. But Miles Sanders. Okay, let's end this poll here. A grade for Miles Sanders. I love it. couple of B's, 1 F, probably a troll. But yeah, I like this. This is definitely A for me too. I just wish we had another running back that was bigger. Pause. Still team represent. Shout out to Seeker, man.
I'm cool with the pick. I'm cool with it. Mr. Thielen. This is a good pickup too.
This is a great question. This is a great question. Shah said you be fine with AR. What changed? Yeah, a lot changed. We traded up to all the way up to number one pick, and I'm not fine with taking him at number 1. I would have been cool had we taken him at 9, but we traded up to number 1 overall, and that changes everything for me. Completely changes the conversation. With number 1 overall pick, I gotta reduce risk, and with that, I'm gonna go CJ Stroud over all the other guys because I'm reducing risk from Bryce Young's size. I'm reducing risk from AR-15 need to be developed. And I like AR-15. Had we taken him at 9, I'd have been straight. You could sit him, let him learn, cool. But the way this team is set up, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, what do you guys think of Deuce Vaughn, K-State? I drafted him in my last mock draft, and they killed me for it. I like Deuce. He's a smaller running back, shifty guy. I like him. Powerful guy, gets behind those blockers. He disappears. Tough runner. I like him. He does some damage. And I would take him. I'm still missing that big 6 foot, 240-pound running back, 235-pound running back. But yeah, it is what it is. All right, Adam Thielen, biggest signing of the week last week or whenever we signed him. I got him in as a slot, 32 years old. Again, this dude is not the same wide receiver he once was, okay? He's not that all-pro guy anymore. He's 32 years old, still got some juice, went on the Pat McAfee show and was like, yo, I saw that these dudes are close in the way they're set up, they could win a Super Bowl. He chose us over the Cowboys. He chose us over a couple of teams. And he said that. He went on record. And partially because we gave him a 3-year deal. He said he wants to watch this team grow and be able to win something in the future. And he said Super Bowl was in the cards. I loved everything Adam Thielen said because it was speaking my language. Again, the grades are there on the screen. This guy's got the juice. And I like Adam Thielen. He's going to do some damage here in Carolina, especially in the red zone. Really good route runner. I love this signing. Dave, what's your thoughts?
Look, man. I'll say the same thing I said before. Don't be out here thinking this guy's going to be a number 1 wide receiver. His purpose is not going to be number 1 wide receiver. But he can run routes. So as long as you walk into the situation understanding that aspect, this is going to be a phenomenal pickup. I know everybody wants another number 1 wide receiver, and I know we're still talking to Chalk. Kind of shocked we're not talking to McCole Hardman, but we are talking to Chalk. So I love the pickup.
Bro. I'm pretty sure we're talking to everybody, man. I wouldn't put it past anybody we're probably talking to everybody on the list, bro. Any wide receiver available, we probably talking to him. So I like it. I like this pickup. I just need that number 1 guy, man. I'm still missing that number 1 guy. And whether we get in the draft, that would be dope. If not, oh yeah. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
I'm here to help.
But yeah. Shout out to Adam Thielen, man. Hit that pin comment, and vote for Adam Thielen.
I think this eases up the loss of DJ Moore. If you look at the stats that he had last season and comparable to Moore, I understand that Moore was the one, but still, he had a pretty good year. I know you guys are worried about speed, but let me tell you something. Thielen was an efficient route runner, and he can mentor some of these young wide receivers. I think he can help out Terrace Marshall. He'll help out Shaw Smith. I think you might see some improvement because of that. So I think he's going to be perfect for us. I think it's a great pickup.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Thielen, I think it is that he's going to be a super friendly target for our rookie quarterback. Whoever we pick, whether Stroud or Young, I think that this guy is going to be an elite. Yeah, I know what I did, and I did it on purpose. No, I didn't. I did it on purpose. I'm intentional with mine. And so Stroud or Young will have the ability to find Adam Thielen because he makes himself available via his route running. So I really like this pickup for Thielen. We haven't had a route running technician like a Thielen here in a long, long time. We haven't had it here. And so I think Adam Thielen is a great pickup. This is an A+, plus for me. And I do like that, even though he's older and he's 32 years old, and even though it's a 3-year deal, I'm glad he's going to be around that long, because as he deteriorates, I still think he could be a great mentor, like Dave said. So, yeah. So I like it. I love this pickup. I'm going to close this poll because 105 people have voted. As soon as I can find there we go. Find my mouse. Yeah, A, couple of B's.
Yeah. Not mad at that.
Couple of
Not
B's.
mad at that at all.
Yep, I like it. I'm with it. All right, so that was it for the poll.
You know why you should be scared, bro? You should be scared because 4-Man Rush retweeted Sheena's tweet and said, "Oh Lord, let me go dust off this Anthony Richardson film." And Sheena replied, "You should."
Nah, I'm good. I'm not buying into it. I'm not buying into it one bit. At Panther Nation PC, follow us on all the socials and all that stuff. We're gonna go over the salary cap once we get through this, so hang tight. Panther Nation, go over to patreon.com/Panther Nation PC if you want to become a Patreon member and support the channel. We greatly appreciate the support from our MVPs, our franchise folks, and our free agents. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all contributions, and it helps this channel maintain, and we appreciate it a lot. I do owe y'all an MVP giveaway. I want to hold off because I'm gonna try to do. We'll see what I got up my sleeve, but I gotta check my.
We gotta do a PNP confidential. We gotta do one.
Dave, you keep saying that, but you keep saying it, but then don't do nothing. So you can set it up.
Oh! I gotta do it.
You're welcome to set it.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, you can set it up.
You know what?
You can set it up.
I'll set one up. For next Monday then. We're not gonna do the ads. I'm gonna just talk about Underdog. I'm just gonna talk about Underdog real quick.
Go ahead.
So here's the deal, guys. So Underdog Fantasy is an awesome place to play. It can win you some money. March Madness, the first weekend has been insanity. I've been able to take advantage and win some money over the weekend. It's a phenomenal game. You can just pick whether or not you think a college player is going to get some points, is going to go higher or lower a certain amount of points. And they do college basketball, they do NBA, they do NHL. They're about to start baseball, PGA Tour, and they're starting to already do best ball drafts as well. And also now they're doing live. You can do it live. So like you can do a higher or lower pick'em in the middle of a game. So in the middle of an NBA game, they'll tell you, hey, this guy's got 15 points. If the higher or lower is 31, you can make a decision of whether you want to go which way to finish up the game. So if you don't have Underdog Fantasy, you should definitely go ahead and consider it. There ain't too many places where you can win 20 times your money, guys. So go to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code PNP. It really helps out the channel. And they're still doing a $100 deposit match. So you put in $100, they give you $100.
All right, shout out to Ivan. He says, everyone got to chill out. You watch 50 say they want someone that's accurate and that can change something pre and post snap. So AR-15 is off. Bro, shout out to Ivan. Appreciate the super chat. And shout out to Relly. Relly said, I just signed up today. Use the code PNP. So shout out to Relly, man. We appreciate that.
Appreciate it, man.
We appreciate that.
Get it in where you fit in, man. I made about $250 over the weekend off of Underdog, man. I hit on 2-3 pick'ems. So I hit twice. Can't complain.
All right, so let me pull up this salary cap because I want to go. Everybody keeps asking me, Shy, when you gonna do salary cap update? Let's do it. Let's talk about it right now. All right, let's talk about the salary cap right now. I'm gonna walk y'all through what's going on with the cap. This is some good stuff because the Panthers right now, if you look at the salary cap situation, we have $22 million in cap space. The Falcons, who started off with about 60-something million, they are down to 23 million, and we are about the same. So this is a good spot to be in right now, and this includes all of the contracts so far. The only thing it doesn't include, again, we've got to save 10 to 12 million for our rookies. So that's it, it's not taken out, but that's something we have to conserve. So we're not going to spend, that money going into the draft. All right. So let's talk about these contracts real quick. Let me pull this calculator up. So again, looking at this, 22 million, 90 million. I told y'all this was going to come down. So this is starting to come down. We started off with like $156 million in cap space in 2024. We're now down to 90. This is how it goes because we're pushing a lot of money into 2024. That's how these contracts work. So that kind of is what it is. Real quick, I do want to talk about this dead money because it's a lot. $50 million of our cap space. Again, we have $237 million in cap. 50 million of it is being paid to dead cap, meaning we're paying for Christian McCaffrey. 18 million going to Christian McCaffrey this year. DJ Moore, 14 million going to him. This is the cost of trading those guys. Robbie Anderson, same thing. When you trade these guys away, that dead money accelerates, or the rest of their contract accelerates, meaning all the signing bonuses, all that stuff, and you have to pay it out that year. So Ionitis, this is a symptom of voided years, right? Yeah. So we added like 3 or 4 voided years to the end of his contract. That money accelerated to the current year, or the first year of his voided years, and now we owe him $3 million or almost $4 million for us not even playing here. So yeah, that's just the nature of the business. Yeah, and Robbie, y'all talking about Robbie?
Matt Rule's co-signing terrible ass deals, but go on.
Yeah, so Robbie Anderson too.
The top 3 came during his era. Just so y'all know. Just so y'all have some situational awareness.
Yeah, so Robbie Anderson again, 10 million. You think he's pouting that he's not on the team right now? He got the Panthers paying him a bag, so he's not worried about that.
By the way, let me clear this up real quick. I'm gonna clear this one up. DJ Moore's contract, the base salary is paid for by the Bears. The guaranteed money is still got to be paid for by us.
Yes.
That's how that works. When you trade a player, the guaranteed money is paid for by the team that's trading the player. The base salary goes to the base salary responsibilities goes to the receiving team. So all the guaranteed money, we got to still pay that bill. So I think we got to pay more to DJ Moore. If you can check it, Rashad, to validate that. But all the guaranteed money's got to go for DJ Moore. How much more money we got to pay DJ Moore?
He was up there. It's like 14 million. 14
that's
million.
all we got to pay him. That's it.
It was just up there. That's it. 14 million. That's it.
That's all the money we got to pay him for this point forward. We're not to pay nothing next year or the year after that.
He's off the books.
Okay.
He's off the books.
Good.
All right. So here's where we are. Really quick, I want to talk about Shaq Thompson's deal because I think it's very interesting what he did. I talked about it on the live stream, but Shaq Thompson, man, this dude again, the dude wants to be a Carolina Panther, bro, because he was owed $24 million in 2023. $24 million that man was owed. So he could have said, Carolina, I'm not playing for y'all. I want out, whatever. They would have had to pay him $24 million, whether he played here or not. So he could have took his cards and left, or went to another team and said, F it, I'm out. This dude decided to say, I want to be in Carolina. So what he did was, the man basically gave us 2024 for free because he reduced his salary cap hit down to $14 million in 2023. His 2024 cap hit is $6 million. And then the rest of his deal is like three something million, which will be paid out in 2025. So he basically took that 24 million and spread it out over the next 5 years, which is wild. This shit's wild to me, bro, because he could have just said, I want my 24 million now and I'm out. And then could have got another deal on top of that. He could have been greedy. That was a super unselfish move, bro. Do y'all understand that? Do y'all understand what this dude did? There's no way I would have did this. No way. There's no way I would have worked for I'm not under contract for 2024. I'm not. You got to pay me more money. They got him for an extra year for nothing because he were going to pay him for it anyway. It's crazy to me. I wouldn't have did it. Nope. Not me. Not me. Wouldn't have did it. I don't care how overrated he is. I wouldn't have did that. Overrated or not, I'm not doing that. That takes a rare individual. I'm not doing that. All right, so Dante Jackson, his restructure is not in here. It's not calculated. Let me go ahead and hit this. Oops. Here we go. It's not going to let me do it. And I don't know what his number was before, so I don't know if it's in there or not. Oh, I'm in 2024. My bad. My bad, y'all. All right. So Dante Jackson restructure because they did restructure his contract. And so it saves us a little bit. So we're up to 26 million in cap. That's where we are. So again, I think this Brian Burns deal, this is the next big thing coming. The next big thing coming for the Carolina Panthers is a Brian Burns extension, and it's going to be hefty. This 85 million or whatever. Well, so now if they restructure Dante Jackson, that's going to come down. So this came down from the Dante Jackson restructure. So Brian Burns, once his bag comes in, you probably drop this down by another 20 million or so, something like that. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, bro. So I'm excited for the Brian Burns contract. The Brian Burns contract is going to be lit. It's going to be a lot of money. It's going to be a super lot of money. Let's see here. Taylor Moton, he's good. I think that restructure already happened. Let's see who else has recently got signed. Here we go. We can look at Ian Thomas's deal. That just got restructured. I think he was owed $8 million this year or $8 million next year. It was super high. It was a lot of money. So they renegotiated his deal. He took a little less of a bag too, which was smart for him because he probably wouldn't have got a job elsewhere either. So that was smart on his behalf. Let's see here. Who else got signed? Here's Adam Thielen's deal. Again, voided years. This super chat real quick. First pick, Stroud, then trade back up against Zay Flowers. Draft over, we win. We'll see. I think we should potentially trade back to get a wide receiver. We'll see, though. We'll see. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. All right. So, yeah, this is Adam Thielen's contract. Again, 40 years back at it. They're adding. One thing I noticed about the contracts, first of all, they're 3-year deals. They're 3-year deals. Most of the folks are getting 3-year deals, which makes sense because you're building continuity. Makes complete sense. The second thing I'm seeing is there's always at least $3 million tied up in 40 years, which is not terrible because I like what they're limiting the amount that they're putting in these 40 years because they could go nuts with these. They can go nuts with these 40 years, and they're not doing that. They could backload the hell out of it and put all the money in the 40 years. They're not doing that. So I like the fact that they're putting only just a smidge, and hopefully what's going to happen is as the cap increases, it's going to consume that. So we're not going to really have to worry about these little $3 million that add up. So,
or you might decide to extend them. Not
at 30, not at 36, not for Thielen, not 36 years old for damn Thielen. That's not going to happen. But for any other player, it's not happening. He's going to retire.
What if he breaks 1,000 yards in his final year?
Well,
you don't pay him.
Nah, that's not happening, bro. That's not happening.
Never know, man.
That is not happening.
It's all right.
Now, I'm not hating. I'm realistic.
In this dancery, that's what you got right now, man.
So, Hayden Hurst, again, 3-year deal. You can see, look, you can check these deals. Look at them. So you got the first year, the cap hit is $3.1 million, and then look at 2024, big bag, $10 million cap hit. So it's dope. It's dope how they're backloaded. They're backloading the deals. It just makes sense. And then moving forward in 2025, it gives us a little bit of flexibility there. So I like the way this deal is structured. I just hope that these guys stick so we don't cut them. Because as we cut them, that's going to equate to dead cap money. And y'all know how that goes. All right. They said, look at Corbett's deal. Did I see Corbett yet? Not Corbett. I mean, Bozeman. Here's Von Bell. Von Bell's deal. Again, same thing here. Low cap hit in 2023, bigger cap hit in 2024. So that's just the name of the game. They're almost structured. His deal's almost structured the exact same way as Hayden Hurst. All these deals are almost exact same figures. They're all configured the same way. Bozeman deal. Let's see what Bozeman got. Again, low cap hit in 2023, bigger cap hit in 2024, same cap hit in 2025. They're just dope. They're doing this. This is smart. This is just smart contract design. I like it. DeSean Williams got a 1-year deal, so that's self-explanatory. And then we're getting into everybody at the lower end of the tier, which really isn't not too much to discuss there. But as you can see, the cap, we're in good shape. We're in good shape from a cap standpoint. 2024 is going to look good. You got to remember that the rookie contracts are also not involved in this particular cap scenario in 2024. So once the rookie contracts get added, that's going to drop the 2024 cap and the future 2025 and 2026 cap as well. So those aren't added. Again, in 2024, Brian Burns, his deal is going to be in that. That's going to drop it. You got to extend Jeremy Chin. That's going to drop it. And then Derek Brown, also, you got to pay him. That's going to drop it. So there's some big contracts coming up. If we take Derek Brown's 5th-year option, that's going to drop that 2024. So there's a lot of big contracts coming up. That 2024 number is not going to remain that high. I was trying to warn y'all that number is going to drop. So that is what it is with the salary cap. Anything else on the salary cap y'all want to see? But the deal structure is great.
Man. This is, I think Samaj is out here working.
Samir. His name is Samir, Dave. Samir is his name.
Samaj, my bad. I'm getting him confused with somebody else. Samir, my bad. Samir, my apologies. Samir.
Yeah. Oh, they want to restructure some guys in 2024. So yeah, that's gonna happen too. That's gonna definitely happen. Look at Taylor Moton. Taylor Moton, $29 million. I mean, you should restructure him. That's gonna save you a little bit. You can only restructure so much. He's already got a lot of money kicked in, but that did save us a good bit, $8 million right there. Shaq, that's the final year of his deal essentially for all intents and purposes. Icky's a rookie, so your Corbett you could restructure. That should save you a little bit. That's about $4 million there. Thielen, you could restructure Thielen. I mean, we can play the game. You could play the game. I'm not concerned about the cap. Like I think we're especially with the rookie quarterback, there's no reason to be concerned about the salary cap. Because I think 2024 is going to be the year where you start to get those really good free agents because we're going to have something to build from. You're going to have that rookie quarterback to come in. We're going to have a winning record. We might win the division. And then guys are going to they're going to be like, oh yeah, they building something. Let me go over there. Let me go to the Panthers. And then that's where you're going to start to see guys. There's some big name wide receivers that are going to be available in 2024. That's where you're going to see some of those guys come to Carolina. So yeah, I think we're going to be set up for really good in 2024. I'm a fan. All right. Sanders, I did not look at Sanders' contract. Give me one second. I'll go back to it. The champ says Samir is a throat slasher. Get his name right.
I got it. Samir. I got it.
All right. Let me see Miles Sanders.
Last thing I need
Here's
is
Miles Sanders' contract. Here's Miles Sanders' contract. Same thing. Low cap hit 2023, and then boom, higher cap hit 2024. And you can see all these joints can get restructured, and then they get dropped down to the base. The base is going to be this number right here. You convert all that to a bonus, and then you're good to go. I didn't show Dalton's deal. I missed a lot of guys. My bad. Miles Sanders. That's Miles Sanders' deal.
Did we grade? Oh, we graded Dalton last week.
Last week,
look
yeah.
At Dalton, though. We look at his deal though. Look at this deal. Y'all were complaining about the signing. Look at that deal, man.
Yeah, low hit in 2023, $4 million, well $5 million in 2024, and he's got the voided years, which you could restructure this and kick this down the road if you really wanted to. Yeah, these contracts are set up perfectly, man. I mean, Samir's doing his thing. I cannot hate at all on Samir and how he's configuring these contracts, man. It's just a work of art. This whole offseason has been pretty darn good. I cannot complain one single iota. Not one bit. Not one bit. What are voided years? All right. Let me see if I can explain this. Voided years are basically what you can add on the end of a contract, right? So let me pull up Shaq's deal, for instance. So Shaq reworked his deal. Shaq was under contract they gave him a 2-year deal, right? And what you can do is you can extend or you can add up to what equals 5 years in voided years, right? So Shaq had a 2-year deal, which means you can add 3 years to make it 5 years. What happens is you can spread out the signing bonus, which is what this prorated bonus is. See this prorated bonus? Anytime you do a restructure, you can spread that money out over the voided years. That's why the voided years are important. So you could take that. So for instance, hypothetically, for his cap number next year, because this year is locked in. So next year, let's take this 6.6 million. Technically, what I can do is drop this down to the vet minimum, and then prorate all of this other money, the roster bonus, the per game, all this other guaranteed salary, and prorate that over the rest of those years, over those 3 years. So that's what you can do with the voided years. But you can only add up to 5 years, right? So if I had, let's say, for example, I had a guy that was on a 3-year deal, I can only add 2 years in voided contracts. Does that make sense? Am I explaining that right?
Yeah. That sounds pretty good. That sounds about right.
Any other questions or comments? Russ Samir, that's funny.
That's hilarious.
That's funny. But yeah, it's a tool to give you cap flexibility in the short term. In the short term, it gives you cap flexibility. However, there is a price to pay. Like I said with Ioannidis, with Matt Ioannidis, you have to pay that. If the voided years, you still have to pay for them. If I can pull up his let me pull up his contract history so you can see in the premium version of. Let me see. Can't spell that man's name. Here we go. I gotta log in so I can get the roster. I meant the contract history.
Throw my shoes on, man. I gotta go get some crumble cookies. I have no business getting crumble cookies. You don't even know your password, man. Come on, man. Do better.
Can't remember. Here we go. So I just want to show
down the road.
Yeah, I just want to show y'all what it's kicking the can. I just want to show y'all what happens when you look at the history of the contract. Let me see if I can find it. So you can see what it looks like. Yeah, so this was his contract. This is his last contract with the Panthers. He signed this just last year, right? So what we did was to keep this to keep the cap hit low, we gave him a signing bonus, right? So we gave him this $4 million signing bonus, but we took that signing bonus and spread it out throughout 5 years. So we made this total deal a 5-year deal and added 4 years of voided contract. However, when we don't extend him, you have to, the money for 2024, 2025, 2026 accelerates up, and you have to pay all of that in 2023. And that's what happened with Matt Ioannidis. So that's what happens. So yep. So that's going to answer the voided contract and how that works. It's interesting. It's a tool to give you short-term cap flexibility. All right. Any other questions? Anything else y'all want me to go over?
Go through the chat right now. Think that might be it, man.
Yeah, I think that's it. So tomorrow, it's going down. CJ Stroud Pro Day.
I'm about to say it's Florida's Pro Day tomorrow.
Bro, chill, man. Y'all trying to trigger me, bro. CJ Stroud Pro Day. CJ Stroud Pro Day tomorrow. I will be live streaming. It's supposed to start at 11:30, but they did not say when the drills were going to start. The Pro Day is technically from 11:30 to 3. I do not know when they're going to start. I will be ready. I will be ready to go whenever they start. So make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Let's get on this Joan and let's watch our future quarterback throw. Either one of what our future quarterback's Pro Day is either today or tomorrow or Thursday. One of them days. I don't know what's happening next week, but our future quarterback's Pro Day is either tomorrow or on Thursday, and I will be live streaming for both of them. And I cannot wait.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on NFL Plus, I believe.
It's on Big Ten Network. It'll be on Big Ten Network.
Oh, it'll be on Big Ten Network too, yeah.
If you have Hulu, and I think NFL Network is covering it as well, or you can just watch PNP because PNP gonna be covering it. I'll be live reacting. Can't wait. Cannot wait. It's gonna be lit. Y'all know how I go. We're gonna turn up, and it's gonna be lit in here. We're gonna have a couple thousand people in here watching, just like we always do, and we're gonna get to 20,000 subscribers tomorrow. Cannot wait. All right. Sheena put the condo stuff out. Sheena quick put out the condo stuff about AR-15.
You know what, Rashad? I'm proud of you, man.
What's up?
I'm proud of you, bro.
What?
We ain't talking about Cam Newton at all.
I mean, Cam, because I don't want to disrespect Cam, man. I'm not going. I mean, shout out to him for doing the Pro Day, but that's all I got to say about it, man. I ain't really. It's all good.
All I'm gonna say is this, because Rashad is much more politically correct than I am. So all I'm gonna say is this: I know he wants to play. I think he's better than. I think he's one of the 32 best quarterbacks in the league. I think he should be starting in the NFL. I just don't think they're going to give him an opportunity to. And I think that's just what it is. And I think that ship has sailed. Do I think he deserves an opportunity? Absolutely. But do I think he's going to get it? No. I don't think he is. Do I think there's 32 starters better than him in the league? No. There's not. But he's not going to get the opportunity. So I think he's got to make a decision for himself on what he wants to do. I think his YouTube channel's got a lot of subscribers. I think the things that he does on 7-on-7 is awesome. I think what he does for the community is great. And I think he's got a lane if he's ready to go roll with that lane that he has outside of trying to go back and play in the NFL. I just don't think they're going to give him the opportunity. That's what it boils down to. I think there's a false perception that man's broke. He's not. Cam's doing fine. I think he wants to play. I just don't think
we don't know that man's financial situation, bro.
Nobody knows. Is straight.
Nobody knows that man's financial situation. We don't know. We don't know what he is.
He ain't broke.
You got access to his bank account, bro.
He ain't broke.
You don't know, man. Hey, he's got businesses. You don't know if those businesses are successful or not. Let's not count that man's pockets. You don't know. Nobody knows what that man's
right.
financial situation is. It's a lot of broke dudes out here pretending to be rich. And I'm not saying Cam is one of them. I'm just saying it's a lot of we don't know that man financially. He might need to play. We don't know.
I think he wants to play. I just don't think the league is going to give him that opportunity to, for one reason or another. So, but I just thought it was interesting. But I digress.
Bro, y'all must not been around a long time, bro. Y'all have
not watched these play. A lot of these players end up broke in less than 3 years.
Bro,
you guys need to watch some of these documentaries about some of these players that make.
Y'all have no idea.
Mike Tyson did a whole Broadway show about how he went broke, on how much money that man made and where his money went. A whole show, and I went to it, and it's great, by the way. He did a whole one-man Broadway show about how much money he made as a prize fighter and how he lost it all. So, just saying, man.
It's a lot of broke dudes out here, man. It just I'm not saying Cam is one of them. I want to make sure I'm clear in that. I'm not saying Cam is broke. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is it'd be a lot of fake dudes out here pretending to be rich. And you can put on a front to be rich. A lot of players are broke, bro. More money, more problems. Big said it best, and it's a fact. It's a fact. Taxes, all that stuff, man. People don't be having their money.
All I'm gonna say is this. About a week or two ago, I retweeted something, and I said I'm gonna post this chart for y'all, and it pretty much was the income salary chart. And there ain't too many folks part of that top 10%. That's all I'm gonna say. There ain't too many folks. There's only 10% of Americans that make more than $200,000 a year, and that's just the income of a house. So that's all I'm gonna say.
But Noli, what do you expect him to say? What do you expect him to say? You expect him to say I'm broke? I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is nobody really knows. That's all I'm saying. Nobody knows what that man's pockets is. Nobody knows.
I think he wants to play. I think he wants to play. I think he wants an opportunity, but I think his comments on shows like I Am Athlete ran a lot of teams off. I don't think he's going to get a fair shake. I think that ship has sailed. I don't think he's going to get a fair opportunity. I think that's come and gone. Because I think the league has already kind of got the perception that he's not going to be nothing more than a starter. He's not going to take a backup position. And I think that kind of alienates a lot of folks from giving him an opportunity. That's just my opinion on the matter. I could be wrong. That's just me being Dave, and that's Dave's opinion on it. I think him saying he's better than 32 there ain't 32 players better than him pretty much eliminates his opportunity to get a chance, because every team that wants to give him an opportunity has to realize that he's only going to come in there to start. And if he doesn't win the starting job, they're going to have to cut him. Just like what they had to do in New England.
I got a question. I got a question. Has a player been signed off of a experienced player, like a long time experienced player? Has any player been signed off of participating in a pro day? Like a pro day performance changing folks' mind? Like, I'm talking about experienced NFL, like somebody that's trying to get back in the league. Because I seen a couple of guys.
I can look at. Maybe you can go back and research. Maybe somebody like a Jeff George or a Vinny Testaverde might have done it back in the past. But I have to go look, because there were times where Jeff George would be like literally out of the league for years. Then the next thing you know, he's back. Same goes for somebody like a Vinny Testaverde.
Aspen says, will y'all do a video dedicated to the NFL cap? I can't. I've done a couple of them. I haven't done one specifically explaining, I can make that happen. I can do that.
You've done one before. You have done a few.
I've done one before, but I think I did it I don't know. I have to go back and see. Sean says, off topic, could Shenault be the tough yardage? Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Probably could.
I think they got a plan for Chenault. I think you gotta figure out a way to get him involved. Hopefully, a little bit more than that one play we gave him last year, because we only had one set for the dude. Is that jet sweep motion thing for the pass, and then he'll take off and run the open field. But I don't. He could be. I don't know. It's a good. He built for. I think he's by weight. He would be the biggest running back we have. I think. Running back in air quotes.
Cunningham didn't leave the league though. Cunningham became a backup, and then all of a sudden he got his opportunity, and then he just exploded. But he also had to change the way he played too, because when he was with Minnesota, he became a pocket passer. He wasn't like a runner like that when he went to the Vikings. Cunningham pretty much changed the way he played when he was a Minnesota Viking, when he almost took them boys to the Super Bowl. Cunningham changed the way he played. That was a different guy than the guy that played in Philadelphia in the early 90s and late 80s. But, you know.
Yeah, so I just looked. Chenault is 220. He would be the biggest running back we have on the roster.
That's running
back. Yeah. So he 220's that's a pretty big back. So maybe, I don't know.
Tebow did do a pro day to get back into the league, didn't he?
I don't know. I can't remember, to be honest with you. But I think that was after. I think he was wash bent by then already. Any update with the? Yeah, we haven't reached out just yet.
Reached out yet.
We may do like if we can't make it happen before, we'll probably do it after and say, "Yo, Steve, what you think about this dude, this wide receiver we just picked up?" And so we'll see. We'll work on it.
I just gotta I'm going to a wedding during the draft weekend, so I'm gonna be here for day one, and so for summer day two. Yeah, I gotta talk to my cousin about her out here doing weddings on draft weekends. Yeah, we gotta. But then I mean, she's a Patriots fan, so you know she ain't got too much to cheer for. I don't blame her. They're gonna be last in the division for a long time, so I can understand her pain and agony. She ain't used to be in this position. She better get used to it now, though, because they're going to be last for a long time. I don't think we're going to take a defensive tackle in a second. Thanks to appreciate the super chat, though.
I don't know.
I don't see that. Bro. Not a defensive tackle. If we're going to take a defensive guy in a second, it's going to be an edge. We're going to take an edge.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that's all we got. Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's it. We'll close it out again tomorrow. The pro day is supposed to start at 11:30. It's gonna end at 3:00. I do not know when the drills will start, so don't ask me. I don't know. Just be ready to go. 11:30, 3:00. I'll be on. I'll be live. Just hit the notification bell and you'll be ready to go. All right. That being said, man, I will holler at y'all tomorrow. Like, subscribe, let's get that 20K, man. Let's make that thing happen. Hopefully we'll hit it tomorrow. All right. And then
one more thing.
Bryce Young.
One more thing. I'm gonna be on Twandon's show on Thursday night, 9:00. Shout out here joking, talking about it's gonna be 4 hours. I don't think it's gonna be 4 hours.
Is it? Oh, so you haven't done it yet? Mine was recorded, so
it's gonna be live.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, y'all gonna be on for 4 hours, bro. Cause he a hip hop dude, so y'all gonna be. It's gonna be 4 hour stream, bro.
Nah, I know. I mean, I gotta work Friday, so. And I got to be in by 9 too, so I don't know. I can do 4. I'm definitely gonna do at least 2 to 3. I'll probably hit 3 for sure. But nah, it'll be good. It'll be good on Thursday, so it'll be a good show. We're gonna go over some things. You know, I'm gonna pick on this. I already know what I'm gonna wear. I already got my attire ready.
Some A&T shit.
Thursday. Oh boy, you wait. Oh you wait. Oh you wait. Oh you wait. It's gonna be fun. I'm just debating on what I want to wear. I might put a poll up. I'm debating. Should be fun. But now it's gonna be gone. It's gonna be fun on Thursday.
All right, we'll holler at y'all, man.
Peace.
We out.